Shit, that ain't a good spot. Damn. Dinner's done right when I hit go. That's alright, I'll get it afterwards. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get started here in just a second. Just kind of getting everything set up, getting comfortable. I think I got one too many jackets on. Got the heater started and it's kind of working pretty good, I guess. And I'm getting messages. I don't know if you're listening, so I'll just text you back. But no, I'm good. Make sure I'm on all messages. My phone's about to fall off of the tripod. Top messages, all messages. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hopefully finish this one tonight. So it's not sharp yet, but I mean, I got these ones all peened. I want to do some more on this one. This one here is the one I was most nervous about because it's so thin that I was nervous about cracking what it's called, micarta right there. This one could crack too, but it didn't. I peened them pretty good. You can see there. I might tap on them just a little more. They are going to be sanded flush. I'm just trying to get like a friction fit in there. So, what I got? Let's see. I'm making a knife. What's your name? Yasmin. Yasmin Cash. I'm making a knife. So, this started out as like, let's see, I got a piece of metal. It started out a piece of metal kind of like this. I cut it all out and shaped it, and then this is what this part's made out of this. And this part, let's see, it's green canvas micarta. It came like that. And then the liners are brass. So you can see the little brass line down in there. That's this. think that's everything. It's got my little maker's mark on there. That's what's going on here. But I'm kind of just getting started, and I'm still getting situated. Drinking my coffee. I forgot to bring out a trash bag. This knife is 1084. This one right here is 1084. I actually this is actually the piece of metal that I cut it off of. I didn't cut it off of that rusty piece. Let's see. 1084. So it's metric. Basically it's 1/8 inch thick. It's 3 millimeters thick and then 50 wide, and this piece was a meter long. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm drinking the Fireball or not. We'll see. I'm drinking coffee right now, but it's there in case. So, but yeah. So I might peen these ones a little more. We'll see when I sand them down a little bit. They are peened pretty good. See, it's all held together good. But this one here, I want to really smash that one in. I want it to disappear into the bolster. A lot of times you can still see a little circle, but if you do everything perfect, it'll disappear. But if I go too much, it'll make this hard to open and close, which right now it's still working pretty good. It was pretty stiff already. It's got the spring is fairly stiff on it. So, so I'll hammer on that pin a little bit, and then I'll check it, make sure it's not getting too stiff, and I'll do that over and over. And then we'll sand all, there's 3 pins, but you know, both sides, we'll sand them all down flush and then polish it back up. It'll be done. Yeah, I did the nail nick yesterday. So I almost forgot to do the nail nick. It won't focus. I almost forgot to do the nail nick on this knife, which would have been crappy. Yeah, it just doesn't want to focus very good, but and then it's green canvas micarta and nickel silver bolsters and brass liners. So 1084. Hopefully finish this up today. If not, I'll get close. I might end up still having to sharpen it, but thank you. What's your name? V. All right, thanks, V. Thanks for coming in. I got another one. I got the one in my pocket that I made before this one. This one I kept for me. I just made this one a week ago or so. This is the one I never, I always make them and then I only get the mistakes. So I made myself one that wasn't a mistake and kept it. This one, the spring, the one thing, it's not really a mistake because it's good still, but the spring on this one's a little softer. I wish it was just a tiny bit stronger, but it's good. Yep, if you click that house picture on the top left, my Etsy link is right there on my homepage. This one should be on my Etsy soon. I don't have any folders on my Etsy right now, only fixed blades. So anyway, I think that's it for the questions for right now. And then we'll get started. It's just peening these pins is just kind of slow and tedious. Just tap, 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 bunch of little taps just to try to spread the metal out into that hole and get a good friction fit in there. There's actually no glue that holds the knife together. I do glue the micarta to the brass, but there's nothing that holds the two sides together and all the pieces in except for the pins. Right on, V. It is. Good to see you, Northwoods. I hope you're doing good. I'll show it off again, and I'm gonna start tapping on the pins. So you can see that's an 1/8 inch pin. It's probably hard to tell. It's uh, getting close to, well, here. That's the pin size. That's what it started out as. This one's copper, obviously, but so I'm trying to get it real smushed into that hole real good, and then make it hopefully disappear onto that bolster. And then same with these ones, but I got to be a lot more careful on these, especially this one, because it's so thin, it's going to want to crack. Full size F1 or full size 150. I'm assuming that's F150. Right on. I'm not the biggest Jeep fan. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. I'm liking this one. I did get a pattern. One thing I always do is I make these slip joints. And by the time I get them done and working and everything, before I put them together, I should make a pattern. But I get all excited, like everything's working, it's almost done, I could just put it together, and I never make a pattern. And I mean, you can still trace it when it's put together, but it's much easier to do the blade and the spring and the liners all separate and get a real nice pattern. And I remembered to do that this time. So, and I did also get a pattern of this other one. This one here. Mine, I like this. I like the red bone. Um, but yeah, I got a pattern of that one too. I think next I'm gonna try to do sway back jack. I have to make a pattern now. The Barlow style bolster. I think you're talking about this. Yeah, I feel like a Barlow is usually a little bit bigger bolster, usually, but yeah. And then it's got that one little 16th inch pin that obviously doesn't go all the way through or the knife wouldn't close. But that just kind of helps hold this scale onto the liner. I found when I didn't put that on there, a lot of times they would pop loose right here. So, yeah, I wish I was more organized with the computer. I wish I could just print out the template, cut it out, glue it to my metal, and go that way, but I'm just not that organized. My, most of my, like, this is that's a nice pattern I got. It's made out of 1/4 inch plywood. But most of my patterns are like this, cut out of a Coke box. And then I'll just trace it onto the metal and go. I do find I gotta really pay attention because I end up making the knife just a little bit bigger when I do it that way because I don't grind all the marker off. And that's the trick. You have to grind all the marker off. Okay, let's get started. And I'm going to kind of work my hammer around this thing. I'll be able to see each little facet when I hit it, or most of them. And I'll kind of work my way around. Then I'll hit the center some and work my way around. And really try to get that thing down in there. I'm might even grind a little off and then start hammering on it again. Sometimes that helps it start doing more, but every once in a while I'll use the other side and kind of smash it flat. It's getting pretty thin. I hit the bolster right there. That's not what I want to do. Have a good night. There is a bushing in here. So if you've seen me when I was making this, there's an 1/8 inch pin, but the hole in the tang is a 1/4 inch. So there's an 1/8 inch pin and it goes through an 1/8 inch hole in a bushing that is a 1/4 inch OD. So the blade actually swings around on the bushing, which helps me be able to smash this tighter because I'm actually pinching down on the bushing. The bushing is just like 1/1000th oversized. So I can pinch down on the bushing and it doesn't actually pinch down on the blade. I do still got to keep checking it and make sure I'm not getting it too tight. You need some of that Fireball. You can go get you some. This is another thing I want to check periodically, because I can change it a little bit by tapping one side more than the other, but if it'll zoom in, that it's closing in the center, which it is, and it has been the whole time. I almost forgot to keep checking. But yeah, it's closing dead center, so that means, I guess that means I did something right. I've had them before where it don't matter how much you tap on one side or the other, it's not dead center. It's always pretty frustrating. What's up, Anarchy? It's that same one I was working on the other day. I'm putting it together for the final. So I'm peening these pins, and then I'll grind them down flush. And I'm done peening these back too. I got that one without splitting it, which was what I was praying. So I'm mostly just peening this one. I got my little logo on there, my nail nick, back springs flush. You go to the half stop, back springs flush, closed, back springs flush, so it's like half shined up. We're getting there. Sanded the blade forever. Bust a nut on the knife. You got problems. And then the other thing, I'm peening it, and as I do that, I'm making sure it doesn't get too tight, and that it keeps closing in the center. You can buy one. You could do whatever you want with it, I guess. Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I mean, every now and then I kind of smash it with the other side to flatten it out a little. Yeah, it's a pocket knife. It's not made to hurt a fly. You cut open Amazon boxes and apples and shit with it. Ass cheeks keep closing in the center. That ain't even funny, dude. You got to work on your trolling game. The when I was talking about if you hammer it too much, it'll get too stiff. That's where the troll was. You missed it. I don't know. A lot of y'all knew I'm kind of working my hammer around. You can kind of see a little facet every time you hit it. I'll work in the center and it's nickel silver, so it's pretty soft. See, I don't know if y'all seen how much was poking up when I started, but it's all getting shoved down in there. Still working. Again, it pivots on a bushing, so I'm actually clamping onto the bushing, but if I start crushing the bushing down a little, it'll tighten up. I do feel like it's tightened up a little bit. One on that back spring there. What's up, Yarda? So I'm just peening this pen and then I'll sand it flush. I'm getting there. I want it really, I don't know how long you've been here, but if I get it really smashed in there good, when I grind it flush, you won't see it at all. A lot of times there's a little ring, but we want to not see it at all, hopefully. And then these ones I already did. They'll get ground flush too. They'll look like, this is a half the size of those, but they'll look like that. I'm about there because I can feel it. It is kind of, must be getting on that bushing pretty good because it's kind of starting to tighten up a little, and I don't want to do that at all, really. What's up, Joseph? Yeah, it's a slip joint that I'm gonna drop the hammer. It's a slip joint I'm making. So it's 1084, the blade. It's got brass, if I can get it to focus, brass liners, canvas, OD green canvas micarta, and then nickel silver bolsters and pins. So springs flush on the half stop, and open. Open's the easy one. You just grind it flush when it's open and then set the others to it. Do you know the actor Urinator? Nope. Urinator? I think he's from Uranus. What's up, Paul? I don't know what that is. I'd have to look it up. Probably. with a back lock only. Like a push button. I mean, I almost feel like that describes this. This is, I call it a slip joint, but it's just the back spring holds it open. It does not lock per se, but I would call that locked open, but it's not actually, you know. Oh yeah, this is a folder. You like Fireball too? Right on. I'm not drinking the Fireball. I'm drinking folders. I'm not drinking the Fireball, but as of right now, it's just sitting there. Oh man, I'm about done. It's so close to the tang now. I'm hitting the freaking bolster, which I don't want to do. I mean, it's not a big deal because I'm gonna have to polish it again anyway. But I got to sand that out a little bit now, and I just don't want to damage it any more than I need to. I said I'm not drinking it right now. All right, so it's we got it really smushed in there now. About to be like, y'all gotta pay me to drink, but I don't want to get hammered. All right. Go hunting for Smurfs. Yeah, it's not a hunting knife, it's a pocket knife. They go in your pocket. It's for opening Amazon boxes and cutting up apples and whatever else you gotta do. I watched that dude on that Alone show cut up a moose with a Leatherman. So he didn't kill it with the Leatherman, but he did cut it up. Alright. He would have been a Fireball comment if I hadn't moved it. I totally almost sanded, well, I kind of did. That's the belt sander. Took off my tip of my fingernail the other day. Kind of wasn't paying for a second, and all of a sudden my finger was hot. And oh, don't look at that. All right. So we got them almost ground down. We'll do hand sanding from there. Tape. See, I did scratch it a little bit. I hit it on the, try to get this in here. I hit it with the belt sander a little bit right there. Yeah, chiggers suck, dude. I've never experienced them until this year. They suck. We didn't have chiggers out west where I was from. Alright, so this is how I try to keep from scratching it all up. I just put the piece of tape right over the pin I'm trying to sand. What's up, Bailey? Yeah. Yeah, fuck chiggers, man. I want to stay right on top of the pin, so I actually am going to sand it with this side of the little sanding stick here. Almost need more tape. Almost ruined it. Alright, so I ripped my tape. Put another piece on, and I'll just keep doing that until I get real close, and then I'll take the tape off and kind of sand the whole thing. I got my little second phone too far away. I can't hardly read it. Oatmeal, huh? Like an oatmeal bath? Is that what we're talking about here? Because I'm down to know all of this. I about went crazy and I only had, a handful of them down on my ankles. Okay. That's a lot of work, though. That sounds almost as bad as the chiggers. I might feel differently when I'm sitting there itching. I'm not sure. I don't want to say anything. I'm pretty sure it's too cold here right now, but we definitely got hit in the summer. Can't get my. There we go. I need a better way to hold this. This vise ain't working. I was totally using this earlier. Right. Yeah, them things are evil. No doubt about that. Alright, that should hold it pretty good. Do the same thing to these two. Start out with the 180 grit on the edge here. And then when I get real close, I'll switch to the 320. Ammonia. Yeah, I hate ticks. Probably worse than chiggers. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't see the chiggers. That's why I hate the ticks more. 'Cause you find them fuckers. This one here I gotta be careful on because I don't want to mess this line up here on the top. Man. Alright. I ain't doing no. It's gonna be more than $2. But I'll do this one. Right on, Kaiser. What are brothers for? Thank you. I do appreciate it. Interesting. They say that's kind of the thing about ticks is you can't really feel them on you very good. I've had it happen where I do find them crawling on me, but I've had a couple I didn't, just found them. Just gotta make sure you check. They also get on the dogs. It's another reason I don't really like them. Good old bad days. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. You stir them up. I feel like our first year here, that's what happened is we had about half the yard was mowed, the other half hadn't been. And then I did it. I basically was bush hogging with a riding mower. And it seemed like they were pretty bad for a minute there. Yeah, my dog, she got a couple, man. The worst part is I get them off of her, but she gets like a bald patch for like a couple months. Our little dog's got some too a couple times, but they're a lot easier to find. I don't think they ever had one on them for very long. Alright, so that was 320. This will be 800. I'll polish it from 800. Yeah, in their ears. Yeah. Man, now I want another one. And another one. You know? Twist my arm. If you know, you know. No, I just barely got this on camera. Yeah, he's my bad influence brother. See if this maybe holds it a little better. I need something better to hold this when I'm sanding it when it's done. I taped the liners down to this wire brush, but I taped the liners down to it. When they're separate, it works great because it's flat on the bottom, but yeah, that's not really helping much. See, you probably can't see them, but I got some deeper scratches in here that are running this direction. So I want to sand it this way because then they show up real good. I can tell when they're out. Right through there. Yeah, I'll be okay. We're not going nowhere. I did go to the store today. Ground beef was finally a little bit cheaper. It was nice. It was more than a little bit cheaper. Last time I went, it was $28 for, I think it's 4.5 pounds we usually get. And it was $22 or 23. $5 cheaper. That was a lot. I don't even know why I'm thinking about that, but yeah. It's got nothing to do with drinking Fireball. Except for that, I don't have to go nowhere. as sure as I've ever been. We almost bought a half a cow from the neighbor, and then he told us the price, and we kind of had sticker shock, and we didn't buy it. I don't know. I still don't know. I'm kind of wondering if we should have. Anyway, I cannot see that pin at all. When I buff it, we'll find out. But looks like I got it buried in there pretty good. Can't even see a little outline. We got these ones all flush. Now this side, same thing. See, that's what it looked like before I started. Now it's can't see nothing. Anyway, same thing on this side, and then I'll buff it. I thought about just buffing the one side, but that's dumb because it's gonna make a mess. Just doesn't make any sense. Okay. Yeah, we don't, I mean, we like to get a little more. God, what is that on there? I hope it's freaking glue or something. I hope I didn't somehow get a piece of sanding grit on there and scratch it already. Just gonna tape this fucker down. caught on the tripod. You really shouldn't drink Fireball before you eat either. Oh my god, I have no idea what these gifts are, but you know, thank you. I appreciate it. Someone was talking about them today on a video I was watching. Problem is, they didn't know what they were either. So, I appreciate it. I am making a knife here. Um, John Deere Green. Yeah, I'm making a pocket knife here. I can show you what I'm doing if you hang out for a minute. Right now, I'm sanding the pins down flush with the handles. I'm getting real close to being done with this one. May or may not be drinking Fireball. So I just sanded the pin down there on the bolster that I peened earlier in the stream. And then there's two more. I got the tape on here so I don't sand the handle. But you'll see the pin will show up there when I start sanding. And once I get it a little closer, I'll take the tape off and get it completely flush. Rip my tape right there, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to rip my tape right there too already. See, I got it's green canvas micarta. I got it pretty much where I want it to be. I am going to end up sanding it all again. But I'm not trying to get too many scratches in there. So, see these pins? I'm sanding these flush. And just putting a little piece of tape on here. And a couple swipes, and it takes the tape off of the top of the pin, but it's still covering my handle. I can sand them real close without sanding the handle. One little tip this way, that way, you're hitting the handle. I can tell I've already hit the tape a couple times. Starting to get a hole in my tape, so I'm going to quit so I don't mess it up. Move over here to this one. I'm getting real close now. They both need more on this side. I think it's real close here and thick on the far side. I agree. Nothing wrong with it. Until there is. All right. I need something better to clamp it down. I just got it taped to a stick. It's actually the handle of a wire brush. All right, 320 next. Yeah, I was already thinking about that, and I was trying to brainstorm something up that would fit just right, but I couldn't think of what I got. I'm sure there's something here, Anarchy. Put under there, and that's the crappy thing too, is whatever I need, it's on this workbench. I just don't want to go looking for it. I also don't really want to clamp to the blade because I've done a lot of hand sanding on it. It's all right, we're almost there. All right, 800. I mean, it's right here, but this is too thin. It's like close, but it's probably just barely too thin. And then I'm on a never-ending hunt. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. Looking for something. I mean, we get 44 people in here and 2 of them talk. I miss my troll friend. Once you start looking, then you're looking. Yeah, yep. No, it's like I said, I was thinking it. This is making do. As long as it don't fall off of here and break. It won't break. It might get scratched. And I guess I gotta keep it I'm thirsty. You should get yourself something to drink. More sandpaper. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've definitely. I mean, every knife I've ever sold is because of someone on YouTube bought it. It's the. I got an Etsy store, but Etsy sucks, man. Etsy don't get me no customers. It's just like a storefront, basically. People that I get there. You know, I send them there, and then they buy whatever, and then Etsy takes a cut. I don't really get any customers from Etsy. It's always cool though when someone you know buys something and you get some feedback. Yep. I mean, yeah, it's the only way I sell anything really, and it ain't flying off the shelves. But I enjoy doing this. I enjoy people like when people are the people that are interested. I enjoy the trolls sometimes too. Not gonna lie. But yeah, if I sell something once in a while, that's definitely a plus. I think we're probably good on the sanding here, which means we're gonna do more. Trying to find a nice new spot. There we go. Right? Trolls are people too. I mean, I get the same things though, over and over. Most of them aren't very good. Alright, we'll do fireball after the buffer. Alright. Still not sharp yet. This little teeny tiny buffing wheel, which is better than the Dremel I was using. It kind of spins the wrong way, but that's alright. As long as I don't do that again. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's a sad little buffer. Man, this ain't even a buffer. It's an electric motor screwed to a board with some, yeah. the fucking on-off switch is the switch on the power strip. My uncle gave this to me. It was free. And yeah, and somewhere in here I have some bigger buffing wheels. It turns the wrong way too. You would want to be buffing down here, but you know, free. Did I say it was free? Yeah, my uncle, yeah, thrifty. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, right on, Kaiser. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I have some white compound. Came with this thing, I think. That's what I used. I think we're pretty much done here. It's sharpened. Clean it up some more, but just give it a quick clean for the video. The tang is scraping on the liner just a little bit. It's a folding knife, man. There ain't much you can do about that. Well, you can mill the relief in there, but I might rub a little 800 on there. So that was looking good. I think that's glue. Might be compound. Can't see that pin at all. It's gone. As it should be. Oh, you can actually see it just a little bit on this side. It's so hard to get it all the way. Can you see this one? It's weird because it showed up better on the camera than in person. You can see it. You can see it a little bit. Anyway, I'm way up on the chat. Makeup brushes. Thank you, V. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. I'm going to sharpen it, and then I'll do like a final cleanup on it, and we're done. a little mark on there, and there's a little tight on the half stop, but I think it'll get better. Anyways, I'm out of here. That's it for the day. I'll probably finish this not on camera. Happy poop. Butt cheeks. Y'all are too much. Alright, I'm out of here. Have a good night. I'll see y'all later. Thanks, Kaiser. You're awesome. Des, happy poop. I don't even know how you did that, but thank you. And I will see y'all later.